Hello there, it's Anna here and welcome to Little Crochet Farm. Today we are crocheting together a mini scarecrow. I love the result, it's so cute. I hope you like it. This pattern is one more member of the World of Mini Halloween Amigurumi collection that you can find on my website. This collection so far have 4 patterns. This is the number 5 and there is one more pattern to come. And those patterns was chosen by the Patreon members and they like it so far, so I hope you enjoy this too. For this pattern, you will need a 2mm crochet hook, sports weight yarn, stuffing material, sewing needles, scissors, and black thread for embroidering the face. You will also need a little bit of dark yellow to embroider this cute little nose. And if you're using safety eyes, the exactly position where you should place them you can find in the free version of this written pattern on my website. The link is in the description box below this video as well as in the first comment. And if you wish to download a PDF printable version of this pattern, you can find on my Etsy shop and on my Ravelry shop, or you can become a Patreon member, and there you'll have access to download the printable versions of the patterns that I publish on this YouTube channel. So if you join today, you'll get to download a PDF version of this scarecrow as well as 4 previous patterns that I publish here on this YouTube channel. And if you're watching this video a little bit later, you will have access to download the 4 previous patterns that I publish on this YouTube. So every time, always, when you join my Patreon membership, you'll have at least 4 patterns there for you to download, okay? Among other perks that might interest you, so if you want to check that out, I hope to see you there. Now I'm gonna move myself to the corner here of this video, and before I go and before I stop talking and finish with this intro, I invite you to give me a like or leave me a comment in the comment box below and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't yet. All of these actions help me to reach more people and I appreciate you very much for doing so. All right, enough of talking, let's move myself to the corner and let's start crocheting this super cute scarecrow amigurumi together. Great, so we'll start crocheting this scarecrow from the bottom to the top. And here we are working in the body with a light yellow color. You'll work a magic ring, and inside the magic ring you work 6 single crochet. If you don't know how to work the magic ring or the magic circle, check out the links in the description box below this video. I leave there tutorials for all the stitches and techniques I use for crocheting these toys. And that might help. But I think for this video you can see it pretty well how it's done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we pull the tail of this yarn tight, closing the magic ring, and we are moving on for the second round, where you will work 6 increases. And here, when I say increase, it means you will crochet 2 single crochet inside 1 stitch, all right? So here I will show you a couple of repetitions. So you have 6 stitches in the first round inside the magic ring, and now you are working 2 single crochet inside each of these stitches, okay? At the end of this round here, you should have 12 single crochet. Now I will leave you off here, you continue, and once you finish with the second round, I like to double secure the beginning of my yarn, and how I do this is I take a tapestry needle and I wave in the beginning of this yarn inside the first round. So this makes sure that the magic ring will always remain very tight and closed, and it's looking nice and neat. Well, I'm gonna add a stitch marker here. In my case, I just like to use a piece of a different color yarn, and we are moving on now for the third round. Here you'll work 1 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 6 times or all the way until the end, and you should have 18 stitches at the end of this round. Okay, so we are working here the first repetition together. So I'll show you here 1 single crochet and this is increase. Repeat all the way until the end. And once you are done, we'll move on for round number 4. You'll work here 2 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 6 times and you should have a total of 24 stitches at the end of this round. So once again, we are working the first repetition here together. And I always like to mention, count how many stitches you have at the end of each round. That will make sure that you are right on track. So 1, 2, and this is my increase. Repeat all the way until the end or repeat 6 times. And this is how it should be looking like, right? Now for the round number 5, it will work a bit different. we will work with back post single crochet. This is one of my favorite stitch, is when you when you work the single crochet between the post, in between the stitches. So in that middle part of the stitch. So you introduce your needle from the back side to the front and then again to the back side, and you proceed with a single crochet. There is one tutorial again, like the magic ring, there is one tutorial only about the back post single crochet. If you don't know how it's done and if you cannot understand from this video if it's too fast, there is a very slow, fully dedicated to the back post single crochet. And I like to use this stitch very much. It stays on top of the detail. I'm going to show you here. Once you're done with all the 24 back post single crochet, you arrive on the last stitch. We will work a color change. Okay, so here we are on the last stitch from the round 5, and we work a color change here to the dark blue. Now for the round 6 and 7, we will work just 24 single crochet. So it's very simple. I will leave you here. You can work your repetitions. I just wanted to show you fast that you can cut the light yellow yarn. We don't need it anymore. And you just give a tight, simple knot, nothing fancy. This will be staying inside of the toy, so nobody will see. Just make sure that both yarns, the yellow and the blue, are very tight together, okay? Once you finish round 6 and 7 and you arrive in round 8, you will start working decreases. So for the round 8, you will work 2 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat all the way around. All right? So here I'm going to show you the first repetition. For amigurumi crochet toys, we work with invisible decrease, okay? Which is when you grab just the front loop of the next 2 stitches and then you continue doing your single crochet. Once you arrive on the last decrease, we are here working another color change. We're changing to the red. And now for round number 9, you'll work 18 back loop slip stitch. Okay? So one stitch has 2 loops, right? The front loop and the back loop. We are grabbing just the back loop of the stitch and we're working a slip stitch. So let me show you here. When you grab a full stitch, that's the full stitch, you see front and back loop. So we are grabbing just the back loop, so the one that it's facing on the wrong side, all right? Work all the way around here, your 18 repetitions, and I will catch you up at the end of this round so we can move on. Great, so this is how it should be looking like. Now we will work here 10 back loop single crochet. So once again, we are grabbing the back loop and we are working single crochet. What we are doing here is that we want a very nice sharp division between the dark blue, which is his pants, and the red part. So we want this straight line very nice and neat, you know, so that's why we are working with the back loops. Now that you finish round number 10, you will work 18 single crochet normally. You will grab the both loops here on this one. Okay, so work your repetitions here and I'll catch you up for the next round. All right, now for the next round, we will work again decreases. So you'll work 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 6 times, and you should have a total of 12 stitches at the end of this round here. If you don't know how to work the invisible decreases for amigurumi toys, check the links in the description box below this video. I also have a very nice video about the color changes. Here I'm working the most basic color change. Okay, but there are 4 most used ways and you can check it out on that tutorial. It's very nice. We are now moving on for the head, and here we change the color to the light pale, to the pale beige, and you will work round 13 again, back loop slip stitch. So you'll work here 12 back loop slip stitch. So you have done this once, now you're going to do it again. So I believe that now you are very well aware on how to do that. Again, there is a tutorial for the back loop slip stitch. There is a tutorial for the front loop also. So we will stop here for 2 reasons. Now we are cutting this yarn and hiding inside of the toy, giving a tight knot and hiding inside of the toy. And we'll add a little bit of stuffing material here. Here, it's very important for you to add stuffing material, but not too much. Otherwise, the bottom here of your toy will be rounded instead of flat, you know. Now for the next round, this is important, we will work in the remaining front loop from the previous round where you work with the back loop, okay? So here we are working in the remaining front loop, 1 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat all the way around, and you should have 18 stitches at the end of this round. All right, so work your repetitions here, and I will catch you up. So here it's 1 single crochet, this is my increase, repeat all the way around, and make sure to add your stitch marker so you're not lost. See, this is what I want to show you. The rounds with the back loop slip stitch will be facing inside of the toy. So the round 13 will be inside of the toy, hidden. You know, this gives a nice and sharp division between the body and the head, all right? Now we are moving on for the next round. Here you'll work 2 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat all the way around, and you should have 24 stitches at the end of this round. Okay, so here 1 and 2, and this is my increase, repeat all the way around. Now, once you're done, for round number 16, you will work 3 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 6 times, and you should have a total of 30 single crochet at the end of this round. So now, once again, we will work the first repetition together. My increase, it's here. So here, as you can see, 1, 2, and 3, and this is my increase. Repeat all the way around, and I will catch you up at the end. Great. Now we will work from round 17 to 21, just 30 single crochet, okay? So here's when you relax, you can stop this video here, work all of your rounds. Make sure to count how many stitches you have at the end of each round. This helps very much. All right, now I'm gonna move on here and I will catch you up for the next round. Great, look at this, so cute. Now let's move on. For round 22, you'll work 3 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat all the way around or 6 times, and you should have a total of 24 stitches at the end of this round. So as usual, let's crochet the first repetition here together, and the invisible decrease. So the front loop only of the next 2 stitches, and we'll proceed with a single crochet. All right? Okay, repeat all the way around, and I will catch you up for the next round. Here again, we are working decreases. For round 23, you will work 2 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 6 times, and you should have a total of 18 stitches at the end of this round. And we are almost done with the head. It's so cute. Did you like? I hope you like. It's super good. Okay, now you can work all the way around. And now we'll stop here to add a little bit of stuffing material. Here for the head, you can stuff as much as you want. Just again, make sure that you just don't add too much stuffing in its body, so the body is straight, okay, the bottom part here. All right, for the next round, round 24, you'll work 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 6 times or all the way until the end, and you should have a total of 12 stitches at the end of this round, and it's when we will stop, okay? I like to finish off my crochet toys with 12 stitches, and I will show you why just in a couple of minutes. Okay, so this is the first repetition. Add your stitch marker there if you don't like to live the life dangerously like I am and lose the count as you go. Just add the stitch marker. Okay, for fastening off, you'll grab just the front loop of all the 12 stitches, okay? And I like to finish my toys with 12 single crochet, and majority of people, I think, finished with 6, but it's because here, when you introduce and when you grab just the front loop of the stitch, you're kind of doing a single crochet. Not very much, because you're just pulling the yarn inside, but I think it gives a very nice, neat look, you know? Once you grab all the 12 stitches, you pull it tight, you close this toy, and now we will wave in this remaining yarn in the last round here, and then we will wave in inside of the head, and then you can cut this tail, okay? So here I'm just gonna show you here the beginning. There is a video tutorial again only about the fastening off in the crochet toys. Is a older video, I think it's one of my first, but still the same technique that I do. Maybe I'm just not very well explaining. I'm not sure if I evolve into explaining. I hope the videos are clear, the tutorials are clear for you. Okay, you can cut it and move on. But yeah, it's just one of my first. And sometimes I'm shy of my first videos. All right, moving on here. We are working now the arms, okay? And here we will start with a light yellow again, because we want the arms and its body, you know, to be the same color, different from the face. And here for the first round, you will again work 6 single crochet inside the magic ring, beloved magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now you pull this tight, you close the toy, and we'll move on for the next round. Here, for the second round, you will work again 6 single crochet, okay? And I will show you that I also like to double secure the beginning of my tail, even when it's a smaller detail like this one. So as you see, I just work 1 single crochet in the second round. I stop because I want to wave in this inside of the first round. Okay, I have some confusion here in my yarn. Okay. And now let's move on here for the next round. I will keep crocheting here the 5 remaining single crochet that I need to do for the second round. And we will work this together, because when the detail it's very small and the tension of these stitches are very tight because it's small, and it should be tight because we're working crochet toys, the stitches tend to crawl outside and the wrong side face out. So what you need to do is to organize those stitches, pulling it out, and you see the shape even change a little bit, right? So now we are moving on here for the next round. After you organize your stitches and you put it on top of each of the other, you know, and you make sure that the front loop is outside, the right side is outside and the wrong side is inside. We'll move for red color, and we'll work for the third round 6 back loop single crochet. Okay, we will use this remaining front loop later, but not now. Just work 6 single crochet back loop single crochet here. You can stop and cut this yarn and work a very tight and simple knot, and we'll move on for round number 4. Here you'll work just 6 single crochet. Okay, so now you're grabbing the normal both loops from the stitch. All right, so you have on the second round, the round in yellow, a remaining front loop. Okay, now for the next round, what we are working here is we will close these arms. Okay, so for the round number 5, you will work 3 single crochet. So you have 6 single crochet in total, right? You will flatten this and you'll have 3 stitches on one side, 3 stitches on the other side. We will crochet these 2 together, you know, those stitches together. The first stitch and the last stitch, it might be a little bit harder to get because they are very close to each other, but, you know, it's nothing that is extremely hard. And now we'll have here, you know, the 3 single crochets done. It's very fast detail. We will cut this yarn. You can leave a little bit of room here for sewing later. And the arm is almost ready. And like this one, you will make another one. Ta-da! I have mine done. Okay, now we want to make these details here. How do you call those? Wheat, yes? So we want those weeds moving around here, the arms. So what we are going to do is we will cut 4 threads. So you have 6 stitches around, but the stitches that it's going to be, you know, near the body, you don't need to add those yellow details. So you can cut 4 threads, 4 pieces of light yellow yarn. The length that I'm using here, you can see in the written pattern on the website. The link is there in the description. And you will attach in the remaining front loop of round 2. So here in yellow, you have a remaining front loop, right? So you will just simply attach these pieces of yarn. And you see it's kind of long because it's easier if you cut this yarn a bit longer, so it's easier to attach. And once you're done attaching all of the 4, you just cut in a nice size here that it looks nice. And we want to be fuzzy and, you know, not in a good, like, organized. So that is the effect that we are searching for. Okay. Now let's move on here. We are working now the detail here of his shirt, and it's very simple. So with the same color as the bottom, you will work 10 chains. Okay. So that's it. You will just work 10 chains. You can cut this yarn once you're done with your chains, leaving a little bit of room for sewing. We are actually not sewing because you will just give it a simple knot here to attach this detail. It's extremely easy. You don't need to sew it. Okay, now let's move on here for the hat. And the hat is kind of my favorite from this scarecrow. It's so cute. Okay, once again, we'll start it with what? Magic ring. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so 6 single crochet inside a magic ring. All right, we are working here. I'm just gonna fast forward this because, you know, it's 6 single crochet. And then we are moving on for the next round, which is 6 increases, which again, you already work with me here, 6 increases. So you should have a 12 stitches at the end of this round. And don't forget to double secure the beginning of your yarn. And of course, I'm going to show you here this to you because I like to stress things that I think it's important. So I make quite a lot of repetitions for you to count how many stitches you have at the end of each round. And I will make a lot of repetitions here telling you to double secure the beginning of your yarn. Because later on, when somebody is playing with this toy, looking at the display, it can see like a whole opening, you know, and this is the magic ring that you didn't double secure. Okay, now let's move on here for the round number 3, and we'll add my stitch marker. And for the third round, you will work 1 single crochet, 1 increase again. So repeat all the way around until, or 6 times, and you should have, what, 24 stitches at the end of this round. No, 18. Look at me, not such a good mathematician I am. 18 stitches. All right, for the fourth round, you will work again, 1 single crochet, 1 increase, but this time you're going to repeat 9 times, or all the way around, and you should have 27 stitches at the end of this round, okay? So here's what we are doing now. We are increasing 9 stitches on the previous round. For round number 5, you'll work 8 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 3 times. And then we should have 30 stitches at the end of this round, okay? So here, let's work the first repetition together. You're going to work here 8 single crochet and then 1 increase. All right, this is my increase. Great. Repeat 3 times or all the way until the end. And we achieve the size that we want with 30 single crochet. All right. Now for round number 6, we will work again with the back post single crochet. So you'll work 30 back post single crochet. This will create this top round here that we'll start dropping, you know, the hat. Very nice. It looks so nice. This collection is super cute. I really like it. It has a lot of details and it's such a tiny toy. Repeat all the way around, and once you're done, look at this. I love these stitches. It's amazing. Now we will work round 7 and 8, just 30 single crochet. So here you can stop again, you know, crochet your 30 single crochet for round 7 and for round 8, and then I will catch you up. Okay? Great. Now we will move on. Here we are working in the front loop of the stitch. Different this time. So we'll work a lot in the back loop. Now you're going to work in the front loop of the stitch. You'll work 1 single crochet, 1 increase. Repeat all the way around. So you do quite a lot of repetitions here. 1 single crochet, 1 increase, 1 single crochet, 1 increase. Now we are creating this, how you call this? I knew I forgot the name of this part of the hat. Okay, let's move on here. For the round number 10, you will work 4 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 9 times, and you should have a total of 54 stitches at the end of this round. Ta-da! A lot of repetitions here we have. Great. So now you work all the way around, and I will catch you up once you're done. And once you're done here, look at this. So cute. Now let's move on. Here you can cut this thread. and we'll take a needle. The words are just like flying away off my head. You'll take just a tapestry needle and we'll do the invisible fastening off here. How you do this is you skip the first stitch, you introduce the yarn in the second stitch from the round, grabbing the whole stitch, and then you go back on the last stitch from the round and you grab just the back loop, okay? That's how you manage to work a invisible fastening off here. You can move on, you can move back a little bit the video. I'm showing you very, like, everything here. I'm trying to shoot for you to see how it's done, the invisible fastening off. But maybe my words are not the best ones to choose to explain you, but I just want to make it sure that you get it. And if you have any questions, just please drop them in the comment box below. I will be always very happy to help you to complete your toy. All right, now we are doing here again exactly the same as we did for the arms. So you will cut a couple of pieces with the light yellow and we will attach into the hat. That's very simple. It's exactly the same how we did it in the arms, but now you're doing in the hat. And what I did here is I add a piece of yarn in every second remaining back loop here of the stitch, okay? So remember when we work with the front loop only to create this part of the hat that I forgot the name. So there is a remaining back loop stitch. So you're going to add into that back loop the hair, and you will skip every second. So you do it one, you skip one, attaching one, skip one, attaching one, skipping one. Okay? So you have 30 stitches, you cut 15 pieces. All right, I'm just talking, the video is moving on here. Okay, we are doing here now this green detail, and it's extremely simple. You will work 4 single crochet, 4 chains, you will work 4 chains. You skip the first chain, and then you do 3 slip stitch. Once you arrive at the end, you chain 3, you skip the first one, and you work 2 slip stitch. Very simple. You know, everything here is so small, it's so tiny. All right, so this is what we want, you see? And now we will attach this into the hat. And we are almost done with this toy. Can you believe you're almost at the end? Now I will show you here how to attach, because we're not sewing this. What we are going to do here is we bring one side of the yarn inside of the hat and the other side of the yarn, so you have the beginning yarn and the ending yarn, right? You'll bring one in one stitch and the other one in the other side of the stitch, and then you give a simple knot. Very simple, super easy. You're not sewing repeatedly, you know, you're just giving a tight knot here, and that is because this again will be on top of the scarecrow hat and it's not going to be seen. All right, now we will sew the arms, and again the arms is very simple. What you need to do here is to find on the back the central part of the back, and then you correspond here on the sides where the hand of the scarecrow needs to be sewed. And if you want to know the exactly position where I sewed mine and how many stitches between one arm to another, you can check the written pattern. And I described everything, everywhere where I sew, how many stitches in the distance, everything, okay? So here you have just 3 stitches. It's very simple and easy to sew. You grab 1 stitch from the arm, 1 stitch from the body, 1 stitch from the arm, 1 stitch from the body, and so on, all right? Once you grab all of the stitches, how I like to fasten this off is I bring this tail outside here of the toy, and I do not cut this tail. What I do is I sew the other arm, and then I bring that tail of the arm outside in the same stitch, and then I give a tight knot and I hide the remaining inside. But it looks like I did not show you this in the video, but I will show for other details. There are a lot of loose ends here. So now for the shirt detail, you know how we attach the green detail here of the hat. You'll do the same with this shirt detail. So you grab one side of the yarn, and you introduce here in the front of the scarecrow, and you bring it outside in one stitch here outside the remaining yarn, and you do the same with the other side of the chain to the back side of the scarecrow here. Here we are meeting them two together on the same stitch. In the front we are giving a breath here between one to another, okay? So here you bring to the central part, and the remaining yarn you bring outside of one stitch here from the toy. Then the same stitch you bring the two remaining yarn, okay? I hope this is clear, but you can see it. Maybe it's better to just watch the video instead of hearing me talking. Yes, you see here the tails are outside of the same stitch, okay? And then you give a tight knot and you hide it inside of the toy, okay? This you listen to me because I did not shoot for some reason. All right, now we are moving on here. I will embroider the face of the scarecrow, and how I do this is I take a black thread and I start embroidering straight lines, just straight lines, until we have the shape that we want for the eyes, okay? So I will show you here a couple of repetitions that is just straight lines, and then I will move fast forward because it's a lot of the same. So just for you to see how I embroider the eyes of my toys, all right? If you're using safety eyes, the exactly position where you should place them, you can find in the written version of this pattern. Here I am just embroidering what it looks symmetrical to me, but I write exactly which position in which round you should add and how many stitches apart, okay? All right, now I'm gonna fast forward here because, as I told you, it's a lot of the same. It's a lot of repetition here with the straight lines, straight lines, straight lines until you arrive into the shape that you want. And now I'm going to embroider the other one. This is what I meant. Finally, I shot. Bring the yarn outside into the same stitch, give a tight knot. All right. Now we'll embroider the mouth, and my scarecrow is very happy. You can embroider any type of mouth you want here. If your scarecrow is not happy, if he is upset, embroider an upset face. If he's mad, embroider a mad face. I am not super good with embroidery. I think I am decent, but I am not the best. This is something that I need to work on it. But I do like to embroider the face of my toys. I like to embroider the eyes. I don't think I ever shot a tutorial. I'm certain I never shot a tutorial here with eyes it's not embroidered. Maybe that day will come. Okay, now the nose. Come on, look at this. The nose makes all the difference. So I'm taking here a bright yellow, and in the central part between the eyes that we just embroider, I will work here I'll embroider just two straight lines. Okay, look. My daughter do like that. Okay, look at this, so cute. And again, you bring the tail outside of the same stitch that you introduced the yarn. And then you can cut this thread. Look at this. Yay! Super good. We can cut this yarn, we can give here a nice knot, and then you hide the remaining inside of the toy. Great. Now look at the transformation. We are adding its hat. This is so cute. The hat, I did not sew every stitch around of the hat on its head, okay? It's a very small toy. I just make sure that I sew a couple of stitches. But here, just I want to fast show you something. You see that I cut a couple of threads, so it's a nice size, but also I don't want it to be extremely even. So the idea here is that it's messy, right? It's like, it's all over the place. So you don't need to cut it very well. And I'm using pins here to fasten this hat so it doesn't move around while I'm sewing. And I will give 4 to 5 stitch here, okay, just to make sure that it's firm and secure on its head. And then you can fasten this off and your scarecrow will be done. So this is just the final touch. I wanted to show you here how I work, how I give the stitches. I think I give some 4 or maybe 6 stitches grabbing, you know, around its head. So maybe 1 here is the first one, then another, you know, like I go like this. I'm not sure if you can see it when I talk like this because I'm very small in the corner of the video, but you can see in the big screen here what I'm telling you about it. And that's it. That's how you're going to how you're going to sew. You see, you just go replacing the pins. You can continue here, and then you can fasten this tail off. And that's it. Look at this. Look at this scarecrow. I'm so happy with the results. I'm very excited. I hope you like it very much. I hope you like it as much as I do. It looks very nice. It's so pretty. And it's a very nice addition to this collection. If you like this pattern, leave me a like or a comment in the comment box below. Consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. I appreciate you very much for doing those actions. It helps me a lot. And I hope to see you in the next pattern. Bye!